if we can do date night once a month, we're still doing okay. And date night also doesn't always have to be a super fancy restaurant. Like, not gonna lie, sometimes we just kind of joke and laugh and say, all right, date night is this grocery shopping trip together. Do you want to hold hands down the aisle? Or when the kids go to bed and then we like put on a show. It's just like, where else can we value quality time if date night isn't necessarily on the table?
That's fair.
Yeah.
And it's nice when you actually like your friends and family too, because you don't always have to spend a bunch of money to be entertained, like at a theater or at a concert. Like, I like my siblings, I like my family. Like, I'm going home to my parents' house in a couple weeks, and we planned activities. Like, my mom found a new trail. First of all, who is this lady? Like, she's like active now. She's like, yeah, your father and I found this biking trail, so we're gonna go biking. And then she's like, I found a pickleball court. I reserved an hour. I'm like, what?
And has she ever played pickleball?
No.
Or did she bike? Oh, okay.
This is all new, but I was like, you know what?
I love that for her.
Go ahead, because they're retired, and I'm like, yeah, maybe they're inspired by their children, because me, my brother, and my sister, we outside, we active, we host really well, we feed everybody, we do all the things, and then I think my parents are like, oh, look at our kids go, and like, so now they make itineraries, and because I think a lot of it was, I could technically go home to my parents' house at any time, because they're just one state over, but going home was just sitting on the couch and like eating and doing nothing. And I'm a young adult and I'm single. So I'm building my life for myself. I have a routine. I have my gym. I just have my stuff all set up. So if I just go home and I'm lethargic and there's not much going on, it's just not as fun for me. So I'll go a max 2 days or something. But now that there's like some activity, I requested a fire pit in the backyard.
Oh.
I requested a badminton net in the backyard. And
Of your parents' home?
Yes.
And they did it?
They did it. They sent videos. They're like, look, we went to Home Depot. We got the pit stuff. Look, we got the badminton. And
You're not allowed to put in requests anymore as an adult. I can't believe they obliged.
But you know what? Because like, I think something triggered that they're like, oh, my kids are adults and they all live in different cities and technically they don't have to come home. So we want to come home, but it's like, they realize we're active and we need stimulation.
Well, also they have grandkids now, so if you don't want them wrecking shop in the house, having something for them to do in the backyard, I mean, the fire pit is a safety hazard, but like the badminton, they can run through the net. Under the
but
net.
I'll do s'mores for the kids too. It's going to be cute around the fire. They'll be supervised. All that to say, I'm going to spend like 4 or 5 days at my parents' house, and now we have activities. There's an itinerary. It's going to be nice fall weather, and that's like the closest to free fun can be, and I love that. So I'm like, yes, it's recession. Yeah, things are really expensive, but we're not doing crazy expensive stuff, but I'll still feel like I'm on vacation. I still feel like I'm experiencing joy because I am, and that's how I like to spend my time. And I also, sorry, I have allergies, so I sound crazy. Ignore that. But I also have a small circle of friends, because the older you get, like the fewer acquaintances you need cluttering your life, and you don't even have time to entertain that many people. So, and then we're not drinking anymore. Like, we just kind of aged out of a lot of things. We had our phases, and now like we've aged out. So I'm like, I don't go to bars. I'm not spending $25 on a cocktail. I'm eating healthy. I go to a luxury gym, but guess what? I walked in and I was like, are you guys hiring? They're like, yeah. I now work part-time at the gym, 2 mornings a week, so that I can work out for free at any of the locations. That's just like how I'm navigating life.
Let me ask you, because it's easy to let go of things when you weren't really attached to them. Like, it's no problem giving up drinking if you're like, oh, that wasn't for me anyway. It didn't align with my health or my fitness goals. But has there been anything that you have had to cut back on that you were like, I'm going to miss this?
I think facials. Definitely facials, because the way they get all the gunk out of your face and do all the things, and then they have the serene music, and then they also massage the shoulders and
it's
stuff.
The best part.
Yeah, if it were up to me, I would get a facial in Midtown monthly.
Oh, once a month. Easy.
Now,
like easily between $200-$400, depending on what you get.
Exactly. The cheapest one I can get is base $120 and then plus tip, but even still, that is a luxury, and I'm aware of that. And like I said in the rapid fire, if I really want to, I can go to Walgreens, get me a little mud mask for $2.99, like a one-time use little packet. Also, you can just take a big salad bowl, fill it with boiling water, put a towel over your head and steam open your pores. You could technically buy the little lancing thing if you're really good at it. You don't want to mess up your face, but I can do my own gel nails. I can do a lot of things. And you can like do your own extractions safely, antibacterial, blah, blah, blah. So I can technically do it myself. But if it were up to me, and if I had a lot of extra disposable income, I would definitely get facials every single month.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and then probably massages too, because I'm lifting now, and I'd be stiff so much. But one of the classes that's available at my gym, it's called Roll and Release. It's like the myofascial whatever tissue. You know how like gua shas? And they like release the tissue and lymphatic, whatever. So there's like a whole class similar to like a yoga class because you're on the mat, but they have those balls and they guide you through releasing the tension on your body and the different. We start with the feet, then we'll lay on a block, and like it feels like you got a massage when you're done and all your muscles are relaxed and everything. So I try to life hack in order to save money, and it's been working for me, and I don't feel like there's a deficit in my life.
I will say that I used to have a scarcity mindset, right? And my husband is a tither. And this was a huge point of debate in our household because I was coming from the mindset of, yeah, sure, that's fine if we got it. But if we don't got it, what are you doing? And he was like, no, it's also an act of faith. Like you have to release this and not begrudgingly. And just like trust that it will come back to you. And I was like, he was like, in this economy, in these times that we are in, we got a new car. With that comes car payments, but we're okay. We upgraded our living. We were in an almost less than 800 square foot apartment to now, like we almost doubled that.
I lost her in the house.
She's playing. So, the rent has increased. But we're doing okay. We literally added a whole new child to our family, but we're doing okay. And he was like, what other proof do you need to see before you can rest in the fact that God has us and he always has? And I was like, clock it. Okay, points were made.
Wow.
So I agreed to the tithe. But then the next point of discussion was the offering. So the tithe is like 10%.
These are two different things?
Girl, listen. I'm learning. So the tithe is...
I'm going to need to have a conversation because how much money are you asking for me?
Listen, the tithe is 10%. Anything above 10% is an offering. So my husband really likes Joyce Meyer and he really likes Stephen Furtick. And so he would listen to their sermons sometimes and he would want to give to them too. And so I was like, husband, pick a church. Pick one church. And also, might I add, them other two, Joyce is fine. Stephen is fine. Those are like mega churches. I am on board with tithing. Lord's still working on me, but I'm on board with it. We are a tithing household. However, we are not in a position to be offering. And just having to have those conversations just in marriage, in partnership, that moves like that do have to be made together. Decisions like that do have to be made together. Like, don't you be over here offering on behalf of us, because I'm not trying to offer. Like, I agreed to tithing, and if our financial situation changes or if our heart posture changes, then maybe we can move into the offering territory. And stuff for him, it's just like automatic because this is how he was raised. He was like, what? It was a good sermon. I want to give to this ministry. I just want to, and he's such a giving person. And I love that about him. I do. But I'm like, listen, we just got to make these money decisions together now. Before I got Botox, and I hadn't gotten it in years because this is a luxury, right? I'm not going to be up here getting a fresh forehead and then the kids are eating ramen noodles. Make it make sense. But before I dropped $200 to $300 on a new forehead, and it's kind of fading off now, so it's not new right now, I had a conversation with my husband. I was like, hey, I have not treated myself to Botox in literally 3 years. I would like to treat myself. I think it was for Mother's Day, my birthday or something, but I had that conversation with him. Not because I have to go and ask my husband for permission, but because our accounts are one. And before $300 moves out of our account for something as frivolous as a forehead, I'm going to share that with my husband, So that was a hot topic in the house. Not the forehead, but the offering.